Hello everyone, welcome to Tony Talks. Oh girl, Nejekajo enjoy Alieto. Thank you for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
If Muhbad convulsion shock happened, they can revive him or they can save him. Because stories have it, when I went to read about that, and they said if only your daughter had even done something like CPR, they said it's possible that Muhbad wouldn't die if they had quickly, there was swift intervention of maybe CPR, or if it happened in a medical environment, because they said within 3 to 30 minutes, if that thing happens to anybody, they call it anaphylactic shock, abi anaphylactic lassa something shock. This reaction, they said if it happens, that it goes to the heart and the blood pressure will just drop and the person convulse, and from there the person will die. You know, before they give us anything abroad, they will ask us, do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you shake bada? Do you shake kodo? Do you shake kokoba? Before anything is done to you abroad, they will take blood sample from you. If you like, let the thing be doing you be like this. The moment you get to the hospital, A&E, accident and emergency, they will take your blood. They will first of all go and check what is in your system. Checks on some things. And they must ask you, what are you allergic to? Did your daughter ask all these questions? Did she take blood? She only said to ask them to send picture. And the people around Muhbad, that also, I don't know if they charge people to court for being careless, negligent. Because I don't know if what happened to him was, he was already infected with tetanus, that he was shaking like this. Because that tetanus kills, so tetanus, ó máa ń pààyàn ni. I don't know if he was already infected with tetanus. Then you people still went to give him anti-tetanus. Many things we don't know. But if you assuming they are taking him to the hospital, experts would have known what to do to him when they saw him reacting like that. Because he was shaking like this, he was doing like this. It was cold and I wasn't there, but that thing, when you are doing like that, if you have done, what do they call it, say CS before, when you are coming out of the CS, you will be cold, you will be hot, you will be cold, you will be shaking. Then that means they say your blood pressure, no, your temperature has gone high or something like that. That was what he was doing. He was shaking. Medical scholars, what do you people call it? Please, let me finish reading that thing before I go on. Mrs. Ogedengbe then, the elderly widow insisted that her daughter's injection could not have been the cause of Muhbad's death because she's an expert in her field. Even me that I'm not in that field, all these things I ask you, did he apply? You know, they will find out. You understand? Did he apply? Were there questions? Maybe he wasn't even talking anymore when she got there. Are you making sense? You understand? Because if they waited and they called, then they waited, you do roboreke, you were still, do you know where Cotonou Kiniwa? They will enter through Badagry, first tack. I don't know the area she lives in Lagos. When she got home, it was late. She didn't even attend to them that day. She only demanded for a picture of that hand that we saw. That's all she saw. If that is all she saw, and she got there the next day, they even still called her the next day. In fact, she was reluctant. So, how can we then put the dots together that the people in the house, hey, nǹkan tí n fẹ́ sọ yìí, how can we put the dots together? And that was on Monday, Abi. And she didn't come that Monday. That Monday, Muhbad's mother called to ask for her child. Muhbad's wife said, "Oh, wanu yara." Even the suspected killer, what's his name? Prime boy called because he left his bag. He too, he was told not to come because what he claimed was that he wasn't thinking that the fight mattered. Ochi to fẹ́ wá, ó fẹ́ wá ṣojú mi tó. And àwọn tí ò lọ́rẹ̀ still want to come to Muhbad. The wife said, "No, don't come." Why? He even took it personal and started typing. Over Sodija. No, my passport is Bumi ò dá lóhùn mọ́. He was insisting pé báàgì òun. Now, he then called somebody else. I want to think he's the spending. I'm not sure now. He said one person, maybe the manager or spending, because they were paying lawn tennis, table tennis. When the person he sent to collect it saw them, he came. They said the person, they didn't even allow him enter too. They went to the car, handed over so whatever it is to the person, and the person turned back. Who manage it, won't play long table tennis. That's the only feedback that Prime Boy was able to get, and he had to face life. But okay, very own. And look, to him, he was with his younger brother Ayuba, and they continued the party. They continue party. Meanwhile, he was around there where he could have gone to the house, but they told him, Mumi said, "Don't come." All that time, and that hand was doing like that. When the nurse, was not forthcoming on Monday, she wasn't forthcoming. Or what they would be, Irora would have been deadly. She stated that she accompanied her daughter. Mrs. Ogedengbe had made an impassioned plea to Nigerians to come to her help, expressing her outrage that her daughter had been named as a main suspect in a murder case in which she is completely innocent. That one is still sentimental, madam. I know it's kind of worrisome, but I will tell you some things now. Yeah. She stated that she accompanied her daughter to the police station to participate in the investigation into Muhbad's death with the promise that her daughter would be released following an autopsy. She did, however, mention that the autopsy was taking much longer than it. Yeah, it's normal. It's normal autopsy. Even I just don't. It's normal. That one, there's nothing they can do. They have to do it accordingly. So let us play this. Let's play this.
Spending ni Fèyíṣayọ̀ ti máa ń treat ti pẹ́. So spending ló pé Fèyíṣayọ̀ kó má bá wọn treat ọ̀rẹ́ òun Mohbad. Oore dẹ̀ ni spending ṣe láti pé Fèyíṣayọ̀ kó má bá wọn treat ọ̀rẹ́ òun. Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ lọ treat ẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn wà bẹ́ẹ̀. According to bí Fèyíṣayọ̀ ṣe sọ fún mi, ó ní ìyàwó Mohbad wà bẹ́ẹ̀, ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀, àbúrò Mohbad wà bẹ́ẹ̀.
You heard? Hello? Did you hear the woman? Àbúrò Mohbad wà ńbẹ̀. So the other people that wrote àbúrò Wunmi wà ńbẹ̀. You see, the information is overwhelming. Àbúrò Mohbad wà ńbẹ̀. The brother to Mohbad ni woman yìí sọ. Another paper wrote àbúrò Wunmi. So, because that one person, I am interested in that person. Either if for Muhbad, if it's Muhbad's brother, I'm interested in that person. Do you understand? Information of stuffs like Muhbad at one point even said he wanted to carry his baby Liam and throw inside ode òun kóhun sọmọ òun sínú ocean àbí inú river, because that man is hearing some information after the death of Muhbad. This one lately now, he also said he can we imagine that the only child Muhbad has, and he said that kind of thing, meaning there's more to the matter. Yeah, and he said, how can Muhbad not be loved outside where he's been stressed, bullied, assaulted, in not having show, then in the house kò tún ní fọkànbalẹ̀, ilé làbọ̀ sí mi oko, at home too, ìyàwó ò fún ní múnú ẹ̀dùn. So I'm interested. Why I'm trying to draw that place is that that person that was there, if it is Muhbad's brother, you people, all of us, we want to hear from him. Hopefully they will wani witness box Lola if the case ongoing, because there's really more to the matter. And how can you be there as a blood brother? Tí n bá ṣe pé àwọn ọmọ mi ọmọ ìyá Hausa ni wọ́n, your brother is dying. If the wife choose not to, you couldn't call your father. But that me we could yell, except they are not also, they lock him up in the room. You have to say it. If not, you are among the people that killed your brother. I don't know. If it's Wumi's brother, I won't say that much. I will wait to hear what the autopsy. But if it is Muhbad's brother, because you see, we are seeing two people now. This one said Muhbad's brother, the woman, but the paper wrote Wumi's brother. If it is Muhbad's brother, how can Muhbad's brother be there? Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ń jẹ̀rora, ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe tótó yẹn, ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Nurse not come. You didn't call your father. Pata. Maybe he's the last one. You know, they said there's one that is quite close to the mother. I'm not sure now. Why didn't you call your mother? And the mother already called. The dribble mama. Why didn't you call your mother? Going olu jeku jeni. Etipana. Hello joke. So no amount of money you people will get. You know what I know about life? The money you didn't suffer for, you don't know how to spend it well. Wallahi, even, do you know one terrible thing? Some people, when they make money and they die, they go with the money. How? Anybody that inherits that money, they don't spend it well. You see that why if buy something, or the money go just disappear. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Especially if there is more surrounding his death. Because if that boy is Muhbad's brother, a jẹ́ pé sir ma bí ọmọ gidi o. Kí ló fẹ́ máa rò? Ṣé long tennis ló ń play tí ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ń kú lọ? Tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀gbọ́n òun jà a day before ni o, bóyá wọ́n hit ẹ̀ ni o, if it's the one that hit his hand o, and you couldn't call your mom or your daddy especially, torí mo rí pé at least baba he has ìtara ọmọ ẹ̀ lára, not mama Muhbad. Why? If it is true, this thing this woman is saying, before I padà sí ọ̀rọ̀ náà sí alábẹ́rẹ́ o. So let's hear from Mama again. Let's hear very well.
So spend the look pay Felicia. Come about treat your bad. Already any spending ṣe láti pé Fèyí Ṣayọ̀ wá bá wọn treat ọ̀rẹ́ òun.
Ore.
Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ lọ treat ẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn wà bẹ́ẹ̀. According to bí Fèyí ṣe sọ fún mi, Fèyí Ṣayọ̀ ṣe sọ fún mi, ó ní ìyàwó Muhbad wà bẹ́ẹ̀, ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀, àbúrò Muhbad wà bẹ́ẹ̀, bí Muhbad náà wà bẹ́ẹ̀. So nǹkan tó dẹ̀ fún kò lè pa Muhbad nítorí pé kò ṣe máa wá Fèyí Ṣayọ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́, òun ṣe ọmọdé iṣẹ́. So abẹ́rẹ́ tó dẹ̀ ló ń fún.
Mama, that's what you see. It's easier said, but I can assure you, it's easier said, but I can assure you, autopsy will let you know if your child has a hand, if whatever she administered caused his death. I can assure you. But I want to let you know that it will be unfair of me to say, Mama, you are an illiterate. No, that's not the words I should use for you, because that's not the word you deserve, to be sincere. You see, I blame the system for that, not you and not your daughter too. Your daughter is not supposed to be administering injection. I'm telling you, Mama. This thing you are saying can't help anything. There's no, like we use in law, we say no ignorance in law. Go think oh, I wasn't aware that I'm not supposed to pass that place if you have a road traffic offense. That I wasn't aware, I didn't know there's a traffic that's reaching in. There's no ignorance in law. All those things, even if you're an illiterate, it doesn't matter. Mama, I can tell you for fact that if it is what medically ni Muhbad fi there's possibility that there were questions your daughter was meant to ask, and there was things she was meant to do before commencing or administering anything. And if she had seen Muhbad, if he was a professional that saw Muhbad in that condition, there probably would have been something. Maybe temperature was already high. Do you understand? Maybe they will almost give paracetamol and wait for his temperature to go down. They will also know maybe he's already having tetanus in him already. If me that I'm not even a doctor, I can tell you that administration of 2-3 drugs at once can buy somebody. Only more you are. Only trigger heart anything. So forget it. This thing you are saying, Mama, forget it. You don't know the condition of Muhbad by the time your child got there. And maybe she doesn't even have equipment to check. She didn't check blood pressure. She didn't check temperature. Or maybe she did and she just said, okay, let her give a paracetamol to calm his temperature. Then, mind you, Mama, many injections that they give intravenous, even me that I am not in medical field, if you are not careful, because it works immediately, ó máa ń lọ sí heart ni, ó máa ń pààyàn. Ìgbà mi tó bá fúnyàn lábẹ́rẹ́, you will feel it like this all over your body like this, intravenous. In fact, if not for this thing now, mo ti wá gbọ́ pé nobody can give. I will ask you, don't kill me, oh, don't kill me, oh. I will be saying it 128 times. Because intravenous, it kills, talk less of 1, 2, 3 at once. Abroad here, they will say intravenous antibiotics when they are giving it to long time ago, that they will slow it. Oh, mama, she oh, ni rush here. That is how risky. So you can't be, this thing you are doing, you are not complicating anything. Wallahi, tarabia money. But I can tell you that you cannot use the standard your daughter used for and compare it to Mohbad's case, because you don't know the condition Muhbad was in by the time she got there. She probably did not know how to say, I can't handle this situation. Or she thought it's just like the normal way everybody will be shaking her. And she went ahead and administered what she had given other people. Ode log Muhbad. So, Mama, forget it. This your explanation. Me if he by inujel go hold water. They get to the hospital, assuming they have taken Muhbad to the hospital. You Ọlọ́run ò bá ti save money. This problem she found herself in. Reason is that in the hospital, they would have known. They will, first of all, no matter how serious your case is, when you get to the hospital, notice they must check your blood pressure. They must check. So, hospital, they will take blood. They will go and check some things before they administer even paracetamol on you. And do you know that even paracetamol, it get level where you've taken 1,000 milligram, they tell you that you can't give you paracetamol for the next 8 hours. Abi how many hours? But yeah, 4. Help me. Anything, paracetamol kills. Paracetamol kills. Ó ń pààyàn. Mama, sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Anyway, it's good. Itarabia money. But I'm telling you, it's possible. Muhbad's condition had deteriorated badly. Sadly, not that purposely, as they are speculating, boya nurse yẹn láti pa. I'm not going to say that because nǹkan tí ó ṣojú mi rekete báyìí níwájú Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo àwọn tó lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú Muhbad, gbogbo wọn padà báyìí lọ́lọ́run máa ṣe wọ́n ní àkúfà fún wọn because ó pa àwọn èèyàn lẹ́kún. Tọ́mọ yín bá mọ̀ sí, Ọlọ́run máa dájọ́ fún. But I want to tell you, stop stalking this thing. If tọ́lọ́run bá kó ọmọ yín yọ lélẹ̀, send her to school. Let her go and study nursing. And there are some conditions she should not even be administering injection. Kó bá ti kọjá paracetamol báyìí, kó sáré. Because if they find out pé òun ló pa Muhbad, and Nigeria itself never put anything in the society, no system, no regulation to differentiate and to guide all these people. No policy in place. I don't know the law they will use to convict her. Because before you convict anybody, you must have a law that says, if you do this, this applies. So there's no law in Nigeria that says auxiliary nurses should not administer injection or shouldn't do this or go home to treat people. So how will they? Because there must be a precedent. It's law. We use precedents as case law. That is what is referred to when they want to convict you. They will look at case Lagbaja list and that will it happened in so years, so days to so. This case number in this so. This was the decision made by this so judge. So in this case now, many people have died via auxiliary nurses in Nigeria. What the mama and they've not put maybe Muhbad now, like Regina's husband said, that due to Muhbad's case, there will be a law. He's going to pass a bill, which hopefully will become a law soon, hopefully, where they will have to carry out autopsy for every soul, every Nigerian that dies in Nigeria, like they do abroad. It will be catered for, it will be cared for under each local government. That's the only thing they've learned. They have not learned about the auxiliary nurse matter. Also, that should be put, regulation should be put in place so that if you go and treat people as an auxiliary nurse, treatment lasoni, tuoba mu epere enwoni, it must stop. Even though there are still some things I notice here as lapses. Gap wa. Lapses wa. You understand? Negligence. You know, the duty of care would have been on the hospital, assuming they took Muhbad to the hospital. Àwọn doctor la mama gbé ṣépè. Èní dẹ̀ kan wo tin forí wọn gbé pé yẹn ní Nigeria. Are you making sense? Those that have killed a lot of people in Nigeria. At least if they have taken him to the hospital. At least. And we are not sure. Maybe they would have saved him.
Tetanus injection, paracetamol, antibiotic. Abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta tí lè ṣàyọ̀ tó fún tó tọ́ pé òun fún Muhbad nìyẹn. Ó lè sọ jẹ́ pé mo pé abẹ́rẹ́ tó fún Muhbad ò lè pa Muhbad. Torí wọ́n ti gbé òun lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn professional. Wọ́n lè jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé normal thing tó yẹ kó fún lòun fún. Òun ò fún ní overdose.
Ibo ni Seyi Ṣayọ̀ wà nígbà tó ń pè kó wá treat Muhbad àti pé ṣé ó ṣàlàyé fún yín bóyá iye ọdún tóun ti fi mọ spending tẹ́ ẹ sọ yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Seyi Ṣayọ̀ mọ Muhbad rí, orí Muhbad rí. Spending ló mọ̀. So Seyi Ṣayọ̀ ti mọ spending sí 2019 ló sọ fún kóun ti mọ mu spending. Kú tọ́nu ni mo rẹ́ni ní Seyi Ṣayọ̀ wà. Lọ́jọ́ tí wọ́n tán pè.
Ìtọ́nu ló wà.
Ìtọ́nu lọ́hùn.
Ìjọ Monday tán pè. So ó ń bọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. So miss call pé miss call ti pọ̀ lórí fóònù ìgbà tó ń dé bóyá boundary Nàìjíríà àti kìíní. So ó lè sọ pé òun ò sí lára òun ṣe ń bọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni. So ó lè sọ pé àpòlókè tó ń bá dé Èkó.
You know, it's late. Everything I have to say is just late. I know it's too late. Somebody called Muhbad spending. Is Muhbad that he knows nobody or what? I'm just thinking in my head. Àbí èmi nìkan ni mò ń ro ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni. Àbí am I the only one thinking aloud? When they called this lady and she was in Cotonou on her way to Nigeria, why didn't they then decide to take him to the hospital? Ní mo ṣe ń bí gbogbo yín, ẹ fún mi ní èsì. With that condition we saw, where that boy was doing like this, he was shaking. Definitely must have had high temperature, if not tetanus itself. I don't know, because I know that tetanus, I know that I think it makes people shake. Why did they have to wait? Especially because na quack nurse na, not be anything professional, not be saying that the person they treat Tinubu or the person is the one treating. You understand? Na quack, Cotonou long, and even the person recommending go PA. Don't know possibility wa ko jẹun Kanu. I never shop. Obviously, living doesn't want to live above his means. Have a quack nurse by the side to rọra fún wọn ní abẹ́rẹ́ malaria àwọn jẹ́jẹ́ tí ó bá sick jẹ́jẹ́. But for Muhbad, someone that just bought a car and have just paid for a car worth can you come millions? In fact, that day, the Monday, the day he died, he was meant to I will play that woman now that gave it to the mother. I will play it. I would like to have it in my video. Huh? Yeah, you give the mother money that day. As a mommy, use it to at least stock your shop that I bought, rented for you. So, kò kéré nínú ayé. There's money. Why did they have to wait for a quack nurse? Pẹ̀lú ìṣòro bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Some of you have been crying up and they used their tenants, neighbor's car to take him to the hospital. That car we saw him in, because he had used big good money to buy himself a Range Rover. He had put money down for a baddest Range Rover. He didn't want to start from Pelebe. What's bad in that he didn't have a car as at the day he died, but a car was on his. He has put down good money. So he has money. Oh, wow. Damn. Continue, ma.
Ó lè pa pé okay tó bá dé Èkó pé ọ̀rẹ́ òun yẹn ní court. Ó lọ dẹ̀ ní pé kó send court yẹn so kó ń rí. Ó dẹ̀ send court yẹn sí. Òun ò tí dé kó tó bá dé kó. Nígbà tó ń dẹ̀ délé ilẹ̀ ti ṣú. So òun láǹfààní láti lọ bí tó ń ti kó sọ fún pé ẹni tó fẹ́ lọ treat lélẹ̀. So ó nígbà tó dẹ̀ di àárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì ó ti pé òun. Wọ́n sọ pé òun tẹ̀ ṣe ń sùn lọ́wọ́ tó ń bá jí pé òun kì í rush láti lọ treat yẹn. So ó lọ ní pé kó send the address sí orí fóònù, ó lè send the address. So ló fi lọ. So nígbà tó dẹ̀ lọ bẹ̀ tó lọ treat ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn wà ń bẹ̀.
You can see the nurse wasn't even bothered, because possibility that when the nurse saw the bruise, she didn't take it so seriously. You know, looking at the bruise, you know, if not that Muhbad ended up dying, looking at the bruise and the picture we saw, it's not something that you will see and be like, ah, you can just be wondering, did he break his hand? Is it dislocation? You understand? Did they beat him or did he fall? You can tell that the hand is swollen, but there was just a slight bruise. So they said the nurse, after she got back from Cotonou, got home that day, they called her. She didn't even bother. She went to bed. It was late. They were the ones that still even called her again the next day. You understand? She now said, she told them that she not dey hurry. They go treat people. So she was actually having a nonchalant attitude towards them. So we can't from anywhere think that it was connected to Naira Marley in this area. Am I the only one hearing it? Somebody in Cotonou had nothing to do, not even know who she was going to treat. She didn't know the person. The manager where PA said a friend. And she was also having nonchalant attitude. Possibility that they will say, well, of course they will pay her. Don't worry. There was nothing like, come with car hire, come with Uber. Na transport she go enter. Jekele, I don't know the area she lives, so. We don't know the area she lives, so. She didn't get there early in the morning. They called her the next day and said, now she sluggishly go. So Muhbad suffered whatever it was, the excruciating pain throughout Monday, and he was shaking. He was probably dying. He was probably dying.
Ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀, àbúrò Muhbad wà ń bẹ̀, ọ̀rẹ́ Muhbad wà ń bẹ̀, PA Muhbad náà wà ń bẹ̀.
Ó jẹ́ èèyàn mẹ́rin. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bó ní Seyi Ṣayọ̀ ti jí kúrò níjọ́ tí ó lọ treat ní Tuesday yẹn. Ṣé ilé ń bí ló gbà lọ?
No, ilé Ajá ló gbà lọ.
Okay, Ajá ló ń gbé.
Okay, Ajá
ló gbà lọ sí Lẹ́kì
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
So ó ti mọ spending láti 2019, ìyẹn ṣe bí ọdún mẹ́rin.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
So ó ti ń bá wọn, ó ti bá spending ṣe.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, tí spending bá sick ló máa pe Seyi. Ọ̀ bóyá tó bá láwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tó bá sick ló máa fi pè pé kó wá treat àwọn.
So ní kọ́ọ̀tì tí wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n treat ẹ pé wọ́n gbé kọ́ọ̀tì yẹn ti wà ń bẹ̀ láti Monday.
Kèmí ò mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òun ò mọ̀ bóyá ẹni yẹn ti ní kọ́ọ̀tì tẹ́lẹ̀. So but tí spending sọ fún pé okay ọ̀rẹ́ òun yẹn ní kọ́ọ̀tì ó dẹ̀ ní ó sẹ́ni kọ́ọ̀tì yẹn sí òun rí. So ó dẹ̀ sẹ́ni kọ́ọ̀tì yẹn sí.
Ìyẹn ni fídíò ibi apá tààrí tí ó wà tí wọ́n yí torí ọwọ́ yẹn ṣe bí ẹni wú.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ṣé ìgbà tí Fẹ́yìn wá débẹ̀ ṣó béèrè pé bóyá báwo ni kọ́ọ̀tì ṣe jẹ́ o báwo lè bó ṣe jẹ́ ìṣẹ́ wọn.
mi mọ̀ kó sọ fún mi bí o dẹ̀ bí yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
Àtìgbà wo ni wọ́n ti mú Fèyí gangan torí èmi jẹ́ oṣù
Wọn ò
kan.
mú Fèyí o, fúnra ara mi ni mo mú Fèyí lọ bẹ̀ o. Wọn ò di kí ọmọ mi wanted, ọlọ́pàá ò wá Fèyí. Èmi ló pé 23 days tí mo ti mú Fèyí lọ bẹ̀ o.
Ìyẹn
ní pàǹtí. Nǹkan tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó pẹ́ báyìí kí n tó ké gbàjarè fún gbogbo ayé ni wípé wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé mi pé 2 days ni result máa fi jáde. After 2 days gbàtà àgbọ̀ wọ́n tún lọ bẹ̀ wọ́n ní pé ọ̀sẹ̀ kan. Lẹ́yìn ọ̀sẹ̀ kan lórí kádúró di Friday, that is last week Friday. So gbàtí mi ò gbọ́ nísìnyí náà ni mo ní kí n pariwo fún gbogbo àgbáyé wọ́n gbà mí.
Ẹ̀yin fúnra ilé mú Fèyí lọ bẹ̀.
Èmi fúnra mi ni mo mú Fèyí lọ police station.
Result ò jáde.
Kí ni àwọn ọlọ́pàá sọ fún yín lẹ́yìn tí 2 days pé autopsy máa jáde? Kí wọ́n sọ fún yín pàtó?
Wọ́n ní ọ̀nà lóyìnbó lọ ṣe pé result ò tí ì dé.
Pé lóyìnbó náà ti lọ ṣe autopsy.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni pé result ò tí ì jáde. Pé result náà ń dúró dè. So gbàtí wọ́n rí pé result ò jáde mi gbọ́ pé result jáde. Wọ́n má dẹ̀ rọ̀rọ̀ lọ́mọ tèmi lórí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbáyé ẹ gbà mí. Fìdí pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi. Ọmọ méjì péré ni mo bí o. Àbúrò ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀sẹ̀ ni. Ẹ ṣàánú fún mi o. Mi ò léèyàn sí kúmọ̀dà níyí. Ṣé tí kí ẹsẹ̀ gbọdọ̀ ti dá Fèyí tán o? Ọmọ rẹ lọ́mọ mi o. Gbogbo àdúgbò yìí tẹ́ bá bèrè Fèyí wá ṣàlàyé fún yìí o. Fèyí ò fi sọmọ burúkú o. Ọmọ náà lùbáríkà lọ́mọ mi o. Ọmọ mi ò bá ṣe àpàyàn oore ní spẹ́ndì ṣe fún Muhbad o. Oore ní Fèyí àti spẹ́ndì ṣe fún Muhbad o. Because oore ní spẹ́ndì ṣe tó fi pinnu ọ̀sẹ̀ pé wọ́n tún ìtọ̀rẹ́ o. Kẹjọ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbà ní ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà o. Mi ò léèyàn. Mi ò dẹ̀ náwó. Ṣùgbọ́n mo lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé ọmọ Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ nígbẹ̀lẹ́ ìyàbọ̀ sí o. Kẹ́ẹ̀gbà ní ká ṣàánú mi o. Ẹ̀dùn kọ́nà sọ́ọ́ nọ́ọ̀sì tíkìtì yọ o. Kẹ́ẹ̀ bá dọ̀ síta náà nọ́ọ̀sì ló fún yàn lábẹ́rẹ́ o. Kẹ́ẹ̀jọ kẹ́ẹ̀ ṣàánú fún mi o.
Torí nǹkan tí wọ́n táwọn ọlọ́pàá ń sọ ni pé abẹ́rẹ́ tó pa nǹkan tó detect pé ó pa Muhbad pé ó ṣokùnfà látàrí abẹ́rẹ́ tí wọ́n fún.
Láyé èyí jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé abẹ́rẹ́ tó ń fún Muhbad lè pa. Paracetamol gbọ́ mi tó ti pààyàn rí. Tetanus injection mi tí ì bọ̀ rí. Ọmọ kókó wọ́n fún lẹ́lẹ́ bí báyìí. Tó bímọ sí lẹ́lẹ́ bí. Tàṣà lọ pé nọ́ọ̀sì ládùúgbò. Wọ́n fún tetanus injection kò kú. Fèyí ọ̀pọ̀ ń ṣe nǹkan tó fún ló pa.
Táyìn máa sọ wípé kò ṣe nǹkan tí Fèyí fún ló pa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin lérò wípé bóyá àyíníke kan áńkípáńkì kan ti fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ṣé èròǹgbà ti yín nìyẹn?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Èròǹgbà tèmi nìyẹn. Èmi gan fúnra mi ti jáde lọ sí many hospitals. Tọ́ni tetanus injection. Paracetamol àti antibiotic pé first aid nìyẹn. Pé tó bá jẹ́ pé jẹ́ lọ́sọ̀rọ̀ náà gbẹ̀rẹ̀ pọ̀ tó bá kọ́kọ́ fún nìyẹn. Pé kò lè pa.
Mama, but intravenous ni they gave through the intravenous all this injection at once. I don't know if there was interval. You understand? I don't know if there was interval. You know, so I don't know. Medical scholars, I will read your comments now. Is it possible that one dies from such things? Paracetamol, antibiotic, 3 at once. So I will read your comments, please. I'm coming.
Tetanus injection. Paracetamol àti antibiotic pé first aid nìyẹn. Pé tó bá jẹ́ pé jẹ́ lọ́sọ̀rọ̀ náà gbẹ̀rẹ̀ pọ̀ tó bá kọ́kọ́ fún nìyẹn. Pé kò lè pa. Kò lè pa. Èyí ò kì í ṣọmọdé ṣé kò lè fún ní overdose. Nǹkan tó lọ́nà tí tó yẹ kó fún. Ó ṣàlàyé nǹkan tó yẹ kó fún ló fún. Ẹ gbà mí kẹ́ ṣàánú mi. Kò lè pa.
Torí ṣe mọ̀ wípé gbogbo àwọn àjọ tí wọ́n ṣe kò kárí àwọn nọ́ọ̀sì náà àtàwọn dókítà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n fi style yọwọ́ pé àṣẹ ẹ̀fẹ̀ yóò wà qualified tó.
Torí pé ó jẹ́ ọ̀sílẹ̀ ó lọ kọ́ṣẹ́ bó kọ́ṣẹ́ lọ́yàn pé kò ṣe tẹ ọ̀sítà ìjọba ló ti kọ́ṣẹ́ òun ló fà gbogbo àwa kò sí àyíké kan gbogbo ayé ló ń lọ sílárí náà sílé.
Mama, gbogbo ayé kọ́ ló ń lọ sílárí lọ iṣẹ́ tọmọ yín ṣe kwak ni but I know in Nigeria there's no regulation in place to that that we can use in nailing this particular girl. Because in fact you will hear her say gbogbo ayé ló ń lo auxiliary. No, kì í ṣe gbogbo ayé, àwọn tí ò ná ní ẹ̀mí wọn o ìṣẹ́ ló ń jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn lo auxiliary dọ̀sí o. Nọ́ọ̀sì abẹ́ ilé ni wọ́n ń pè wọ́n, wò ń ṣe nọ́ọ̀sì o. Auxiliary ò ń ṣe nọ́ọ̀sì o, màmá. Torí tọ́lọ́run bá kó yín yọ lélẹ̀ ẹ rán ọmọ yín lọ sí school kó lọ study nursing. If she knew it's too late na irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ó yẹ kó ní ẹ jẹ́ ká try ká gbé wọn sínú mọ́tò ká lọ sí hospital, then she can be there to oversee with them pé as a nurse abẹ́lé she can then help them there láti wà pẹ̀lú wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ju ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ní hold anything. If there are laws in place in Nigeria that nails her, tó bá discover pẹ́rẹ́pẹ́ lára àwọn oògùn yẹn ló kọ̀ sí ẹ̀, kò sí nǹkan tó lè happen. Yeah, because the antibiotics that was given, you know, there are some people that are allergic to penicillin. Because I know when you are in the hospital, they will ask you, are you allergic to something? Maybe Muhbad have never taken that kind of, and is allergic to it. Only cause an aphanesis reaction, shock. So mama mo mọ̀ pé ìtara bí ọmọ ló ń ṣe yín, but you have to face reality. Party tọmọ yín ti jẹ̀bi ni pé quack lọmọ yín. But púpọ̀ nú ẹ̀bi yẹn ó pọ̀ sáwọn ará ilé Muhbad. I'm just asking, is Muhbad's younger brother among the people tó dẹ̀ wò boy yẹn tó jẹ̀rora, ó dẹ̀ jẹ̀rora kú?
Kò sí àyíké kan, gbogbo ayé ló ń lọ sí láyé náà sílé.
Ta ni àwọn mélòó?
Nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wá rí bẹ́yìn,
Màmá yẹn ṣáà ń bínú.
láti ti pe lọ́ọ̀yà yín, kí làwọn ìjọba ń bá lọ́ọ̀yà yín pàtó sọ pé bóyá.
Rìsọ́ọ̀tì náà ni rìsọ́ọ̀tì
Mọ́lá fọmọlá.
A lè rí rìsọ́ọ̀tì ń sìn. Rìsọ́ọ̀tì náà ń sọ bọ́dìgbà tí rìsọ́ọ̀tì bá jáde. Ọmọ mi tẹ̀sí lọ 23 days. Ìkọ́sọ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá lẹ́nu. 23 days lọ́kọ́ 23 days. Fúnra mi dẹ̀ ni mo mú lọ́bẹ̀. Wọ́n wá, wọ́n pẹ́, wọ́n invite ẹ̀.
Màmá má worry.
Mi rò pé mo jẹ̀bi láti mú ọmọ mi lọ́bẹ̀.
If yellow better.
Òun ni prime suspect, òun ni wọ́n dá
Òun ni number one suspect.
Wọ́n rí gbogbo àgbáyé àgbà mi. Ẹ̀yin abiyamọ àgbáyé ẹ ṣàánú fún mi. Torí ọmọ yìí nìkan náà ni mò ń wojú ẹ̀. Kẹ́ ẹ gbà mí, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ràn mí lọ́wọ́, mi ò lówó, mi ò dẹ̀ léèyàn. Tí mo mọ̀ dàní mi ní 80 years mo ti dákẹ́ yìí tán. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kẹ́ ẹ gbà mí, kẹ́ ẹ ṣàánú fún mi. Kẹ́ ẹ ràn mí padà, ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Ìrànlọ́wọ́ yín ni mo fẹ́.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Muhbad ó dá problem lẹ̀ fáwọn èèyàn púpọ̀. And àwọn tó dẹ̀ jẹ̀bi Muhbad gangan, if eventually làwọn ará ilé ẹ̀ o, aláì, àwọn mẹ́ta yẹn tí wọ́n bá pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, ìyàwó, àbúrò Muhbad, ọ̀rẹ́ manager, if tí orí ọ̀rẹ́ Muhbad PA is not correct, tó dúró, ìyàwó Muhbad tó rí ìrora tí ìyàwó ọkọ ẹ̀ ń jẹ, why didn't you haven't you seen something that ó kọjá ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ò lè stand ẹ̀, pariwo lé lórí? Àbí ẹni tó ń sick tó ń gbọ̀n bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣó lè máa refuse hospital ni? Ẹni tó ń sick tẹ́ ẹ lọ pé doctor tó nọ́ọ̀sì abẹ́lé that is coming all the way from Cotonou, long. The fact that they even had Cotonou and they could still wait, and the person not even come for Cotonou, straight to the house, still go sleep. Orí nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn fẹ́ kó yọ, ṣùgbọ́n kọ́lọ́ má jẹ́ kó rí Tinuwa kó bá tòde wa jẹ́, ó yí pàpà já sí. As even she knew. She for say, but the thing is, she's in Ajah to Lekki is not far. Maybe that's why she consider pé òun á tún rówó díẹ̀ láti lọ ṣiṣẹ́ díẹ̀. Kò mọ̀ pé òun máa fi sùn sí police detention, no. Hey, let me read what you people have to say before I go and bring one other thing. Okay. Ayé ti bàjẹ́. As even she knew. Yeye, let's be sincere with ourselves. In this country, let me read it, please. I'm sorry because this place is not showing anything. Tetanus injection and placebo is a first aid treatment that couldn't trigger death. Let's look at that situation, man. Why did Muhbad refuse hospital in the first place? He was under the influence of drug or what? Yeah, but the drug would have, except he renewed, if if under the influence of drug. I just want to answer you before I continue. That is Oluwatosin Adekoya. He took whatever it is that he took that it was high on Sunday. By Monday, ati calm na. Even go by Monday, yeah, it's possible that the reason why he's feeling so much pains is because whatever he took on Sunday, ó ti ká lójú ẹ̀. You know, when you are high, you are most likely not going to feel pains of wherever you hit yourself or hit your hand, because it was stated that he was hitting his hand on the car. Nígbà tí drug yẹn or whatever he took, bóyá drink or drug, ó ti wá calm. He was not feeling pains. You understand? The place was swollen. So that's the answer for that one. Okay, let's look at the situation. So would he with that pain now? Is it that he now took more? Except he now took more again on Monday, which they will find out from the autopsy. Do you get me? But that video we saw that showed his hand shaking like this, could it be, is it possible that he already had tetanus? Because the line, that small thing we saw, can tetanus infect such a small line? Abi, is there other ways that tetanus affects people that aside a wound? I don't know. I'm just asking you medical scholars. Please help. He was under the influence of drug or what? We all know medical treatment in this part of the world is self-done, not by government, because the officials or politicians do travel out to treat themselves. We shouldn't blame the auxiliary nurse. They are lifesavers in this part of the world. And that's what the mother is saying. Yeah? Yeah? But I am saying, like I said there's nothing to nail the auxiliary nurse, especially if there are no regulations in place stating do not, you understand? If you do this, then you will be convicted. You understand? So I understand where you're coming from and what you are saying clearly, Oluwatosin. But I am asking that when she got there, the condition she met him, what kind of condition was it? Was he was there anything like high temperature? You know, when you have high temperature, it can also lead to convulsion. You know, the situation she met him also determines if she was meant to proceed with those injections she gave intravenously. If I'm making sense. Am I making sense? I know paracetamol brings down what do they call it? Temperature. Was he high? What was he really sick? What kind of situation was he in? And the antibiotics she gave, there are probably some ingredients, like, you know, probably he's allergic to something in it that triggered that amphasaltic or something reaction. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm not in medical field, but at least few times that times I've been to the hospital, I know that they ask basic questions. Probably she overlooked those questions and administered what she felt is first aid. Do you